Today, I've got a simple drum sequencing tip to help you change up your workflow. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Eric Wagner. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So for the drum sequencing tip today, I will be demonstrating on the Synthstrum Deluge, but you can use any drum machine or any drum sequencer available. This is just a generic drum sequencing tip. This is not an exclusive tip to the Deluge. So be honest, how many of you start your jam sessions like this? And you're off and running from there. If you do, don't feel bad. I do it all the time. And there's nothing wrong with doing it like that. It's a great way to essentially give yourself a metronome in the form of that 4-on-the-floor kick drum, and it really just provides the building blocks for you to start jamming with other instruments. Even if you take off the hi-hat and the snare drum, that's still a great starting place. We can jam here all day. However, it can lead to repetitive jamming, repetitive songwriting, and just an overall kind of stale feel if it's the only way that you work. So today's drum sequencing tip, like I said, is a simple one. Don't start your session off by sequencing your drums. Start by sequencing a bass or a melody, and then put the drums in later. You will be so surprised how this allows you to break free from those rhythmic constraints you may set yourself when you sequence the drums first, because you'll be sequencing the drums while already hearing a melody in your head, which is so different than sequencing drums when you don't have anything. I know me personally, I'm a lot more inclined to put 4-on-the-floor on the kick drum or hi-hat or whatever if I'm just sequencing the drums first with nothing under it. So let's come up with a melody here. Yeah, that's really simple. Let's turn on a metronome. Here we go. Cool, we got a little 2-bar phrase. And now that we have this phrase, now let's think about going and programming some drums. So we'll jump over to our drum set here. We'll jump over to our drum set here. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to be sequencing with really these first 3 sounds here: snare, kick, hi-hat. So let's have another listen to this bass line. We very well could just do 4-on-the-floor. However, let's sequence with the bass line in mind. What if we put the bass drum on the and of one rather than the downbeat? Right there, I put the kick drum on the E of beat 3. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and to be completely honest, that's not somewhere I would put the kick drum if I would have sequenced first. Not many people are going to put a kick drum on the E of beat 3 if they're just laying down the drums with nothing under it. I got a little carried away there, but there's some examples of placing notes on the off beats, the off 16th beats of our phrase, where we can really kind of explore rhythmically around that bass line. We're not necessarily tied to it because the bass line came first. Let's take these kicks off and just leave that snare drum on 2 and 4. Let's put another kick drum on the E of beat 1. So now we're on the E and the and. 1 E and. Right off the bat, hearing that makes me also want to hear a snare drum on the and of beat 3. So like this. Yeah, that's pretty nice, actually. I'm going to use a feature of the Deluge here and actually set this to only trigger 50% of the time. Cool. I'm also hearing this little double hit on the bass drum repeating on each count. So on the E and the and of each of our 4 beats. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Oh yeah. Now in hearing it like that, I also hear ga. Yeah, that's a pretty cool drum groove. And again, it's not something I necessarily would have come up with had I not programmed the synth first. Take a listen to this drum groove by itself. A little fun there. You can tell that's not something you're just going to sit down and come up with. I mean, that's a groove I might maybe think of in the shower or something like that, but I'm not necessarily just going to sit down if I want to jam and, just pull it out from scratch like that. Yeah, there we go. Just like that, we're on our way to a fresh feeling jam, at least rhythmically, just because we didn't start with the drums and we started instead with this bass line. So I do hope you found this simple drum sequencing tip informative, or at least this video entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.